Okay, so I am back. I've got everything cleaned off here, and I'm going to show everybody what I found on the beach this day. So, of course, because we're East Coast, we have 1,000,001 clamshells, which I like these, especially the white ones like this. That one's already been drilled. I think that they make beautiful pendants and earrings. These ones that are just, that's a scallop. These ones that are just super white, I think make such pretty little pendants, earrings, and I'm going to do some resin pendants here later, so I'll be filming that using these. Here's one that was still stuck together, which is kind of hard to find, so I'll probably may do a pair of earrings out of that because you know they're going to match. But lots and lots of clams, all different. You've got your yellowish ones. Check this one out. Isn't he pretty? I think he's not a regular clam. He's something else, and I need to figure out what he is. He may be called a cockle. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. But there's a lot of the clams. Look at this one, how pretty that is. They're all different colors, and these you can find really nice ones on the beach, okay? On the East Coast beaches, let me say. Now this is a different kind here. This kind right here, they're thinner. And I need to get in my seashell book and see what they're called. And here's another one. I've seen big ones that look like this called Sunray Venus, but I don't think that's what those are. Because the ones I've seen people have are huge. So anyway, lots of different clamshells as usual. I don't pick them up as much as I used to. I'm a little more picky about them now. Like if I see one that looks really pretty or has pretty colors or is really in perfect condition, then I'll pick it up. But the clamshells, they're just so easy to find that, you know, I'm kind of not as picky about them as I am, you know, or as I used to be. So anyway, I don't pick them up as much as, or I am more picky than I used to be, is what I'm trying to say. I don't pick them up as easily as I used to, but they are really good for jewelry making. I do like the clams. So that's clams. And then, as someone pointed out, these are a little bit different than the clams. These are called cohig, I think. I don't know that I'm saying that right, but these are a different type. And these aren't as plentiful as the regular clamshells, but there are plenty of them. I find a lot of these on the beach as well, so I did pick up all of these that I found pretty much that were in good condition. I picked them up. So my subscriber that was telling me they're called cohigs, I think she lives up north, and she said they're not as plentiful up there. But thank you for telling me the name of these. So these are different than the regular clamshells. Some of them have that little purplish in them. They're really pretty. So I found a bunch of those. Of course, I found some scallops. These are my favorite shell to find. I just can't get over all the colors they come in. Now this time I didn't find any bright orange or anything, and that's an Indian boat he's mixed in. But I did find some really pretty burgundy ones. I love these. Scallops are my favorite. Look how pretty. Burgundy. Look at this one. And I get so excited when I find them. And the people on the beach have to think I'm crazy because, you know, I walk the beach like systematically. I mean, I go up in a straight line, then I turn around and I come back down to the water in a straight line, and I'm just constantly looking down, and they have to think, this crazy lady out here. But this is what I find when I do that. If I'm real careful, I'll find the scallops and not overlook them. And I don't ever want to overlook them. They are my favorite shell to find. They're so pretty. So there's white ones. You saw those burgundy-ish ones there. This one's kind of a cream color. Look at this one. These colored ones, oh, they're so pretty. And even if these are messed up like this, I still pick them up. I love every scallop. I'm going to grab them all. Every one that I see. So I just think they're so pretty. All kinds. We've got all different colors here. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. And even though it's got holes in it, you know, it's still going to be very pretty to make into something. The orange one that I found a couple weeks ago, I'm going to make into a pendant. It's just too pretty not to use it for something. But I love the scallops. These I'm collecting, so as many as I can find. Now, Miss Robbie and I are going next week over to the East Coast, or the West Coast. Look at this one. We're going to go over to Honeymoon Island and hopefully find a bunch of really cool stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited about that. Really excited for that trip. It's going to be fun. I found one olive. It's a pretty olive. I think these are called lettered olives. All the other olives that I found had creatures in them, and they were being washed up as the tide went out, and they were digging down into the sand. So I tried to rescue as many as I could and put them back in the water, but this one is the only one that did not have a live creature. So I picked it up because it's an olive. I found a bunch of these this time. So if you remember, I made a pendant. I uploaded it actually just today, so you probably may not have seen it yet, but I made a pendant out of one of these cool things. I don't know what these are. I don't know if they're called barnacles. This is a baby ear that has a bunch of them on there. Look at that. Isn't that the coolest thing? It's a baby ear, and it's got these hooked to it. And baby ears are kind of rare finds for us, but look at this one. I just think they're so very cool, and I just love them. So I found several this time. Before I had found one small one, then I found one bigger one, but this time there were a bunch of them. So I pick all of these up just because I think they're so unique and just really cool. I did find a half of a sand dollar, or a piece of a sand dollar. Not sure why I even picked it up, but I'll put it in something, in maybe like a dish with some other shells or something. I found a couple crab claws. Not sure why I picked those up either, but I thought you might like to see them. Little crab claws. You can find whole crabs sometimes, dead ones. This is just a piece of a twisty something or other that I picked up, and this I thought was really cool. So this is a shell, but I don't know what in the world has happened to it, but it looks really cool. Looks almost like lace or something. So I picked it up, and this, if anyone knows what this is, what is this? It's some round, weird thing. I have no idea what it is, but I went ahead and picked it up just because there it was, different on the beach. This is just a piece of shell that's almost turned to like a stone, fossilized or something. So the weird stuff I do go ahead and grab just because it's so weird. And then there were a bunch of shark eyes. Look at this one. This is the best shark eye I think I've ever found. And I know it's not complete. None of them are on the East Coast. They're all messed up. But I picked them up anyway. If they're pretty decent, you know. Some of them are really, really bad I don't pick up. But these ones that you can tell that it's the shark eye on the top, I will go ahead and grab. This one's pretty cool right here. But this big one, I was excited to find him, and I picked him up thinking, oh, he's a whole shell, and he wasn't, but still, he's really cool. He looks almost painted in there. So these all look kind of different too. Like, look at this one. They're fun. So I did pick up a bunch of those shark eyes. Okay, and then there were a lot of these things. You know I like these weird things, so I don't know what they are, half of them. Look at this. I just think they would make such cool little pendants. So there's that one. I didn't find as many of these this time, but I just think they're so cool. I don't know if they're rocks, but anyway, so I grabbed those. These, again, just pieces of things that I find that I think are pretty. So this I thought would just make a pretty pendant of some sort. All of these are the same, just pieces of things. These are Indian boats. And I found a bunch of these. I thought this one was really cool. Oh, still sand in that one. But look at that. So there's that one, this big one. It has some holes in it, but that's okay. Found a bunch of them, even this tiny one. So they were kind of plentiful this time. Oh, there's a scallop in that one. Still got sand in some of these, but very cool Indian boats. Look at this one. It's very deep. So I do pick them up when I see them because they're unique. Did find some sea glass this time. Still just brown and white, but quite a bit of it this time. So that was kind of cool. That one probably should have tumbled a little longer, but I pick them up if I see them usually. You rarely see any other colors besides brown and white, but I grab them. And then these, I don't know what these are. They're pieces of something. I don't know if they're pieces of, I don't know if this is angel wing pieces. I mean, that looks like an angel wing that's just kind of messed up on the edges. But I'm not sure about these, if they're angel wing pieces or not, but I thought they're pretty cool anyway. It would make, I mean, really, you would kind of make cool necklace pieces. So I do pick those up when I find them. Of course, the flat scallops, y'all know I love these. Even though they're just pieces of a shell, still, look at that. That one's pretty. I mean, you drill a hole in that, it's going to make a pretty pendant. I have one laid out here to do a pendant out of. Here it is. So I've already drilled it right here. I'm going to make a pendant out of this. So I pick up all the flat scallops. And they're really fun to make earrings from too. So like if you can find two pieces that are similar. See if I have two here. Like these two are kind of similar. Here, these two really are similar. So you drill a hole in the top and you've got an instant little pair of earrings. And they're just unique and different and nobody else is going to have them. So, and the scallops come in so many pretty colors if you flip them over, like this one's flipped to the back. But if I could find another one that's that pink, that's a different shape, but then yeah, you can make just really pretty little earrings out of these, I think. So I do pick them up. Whenever I see the flat scallop pieces, I pick them up. So where did I have these? I think I just had them laying on the mat. Okay, and then of course some oysters. I found some oysters. You don't find a lot of oysters here, not like you do up north a little bit. Like in North Carolina, there were oyster shells everywhere. But look at this, and I thought this would be cool just to hang like this and maybe put something, glue something in here, some pearls or whatever. It's already got the whole middle out of it, but it'd be easy to create a pendant from it for sure. This one too. So I picked those up, and then all these others I just thought were cool looking. This one because it's got the barnacle or whatever that is in it. This one's huge. But I don't pick up as many of these, you know, as I could. I don't pick up every one that I see, but if they look unique to me or I think, oh, that would be really cool to make a pendant from, then I'll pick them up too. Same with the, these little guys, these pieces of the twisty shells. So I found this. Thought that was really cool. So, you know, you can hang this and make a beautiful pendant out of it. They just really, and this one's heavy. It would be too heavy probably for a pendant, but look, it's got stuff inside of it. I don't know. It's really cool. And a lot of these, this is a piece of what's called a tulip, I think. I've never seen a whole tulip, but I think that's what that is. I found a piece of that. So just all these little twisties, I'll pick them up. They'll make really cool pendants. Like that one's already got a hole right there. You can glue, you know, some pearls in here or something and make some really pretty little pendant pieces out of these. So I really enjoy finding, look at how pretty this one is. Isn't it cute? So what a cute little pendant that would make. So even though it's just a tiny piece of a shell, I don't mind that. Now I would love to find some whole ones, believe me, and hopefully over on the toast coming up. Robbie and I will be able to, but this is what I'm able to find where I'm at now. These are like button tops, some of these, and some of them are just little twisty tops, I think, to shells. I don't know, but these, again, I pick them up whenever I find them just because they're unique and kind of cool. I found some baby's feet. Lots of baby's feet. This one's broken up pretty bad, but as you can see inside, there's the little picture that's supposed to look like a baby foot. And all these have it in there. There's that one. So, and I just think they're pretty because of their pearly quality. Like, you could make a pair of earrings out of those right there. Just really pretty. They're very delicate, though. I pick them up. And then here's some kitten paws. I'm not sure this is a kitten paw. It might be. It may just be a piece of a broken shell, but I'm pretty sure these are, most of these are kitten paws. I think. I'm not the best at identifying shells yet, but they look like kitten paws to me. So, pick those up. And, alright, so I've got two more things to show you that are really cool. So, first of all, I found this piece of coral. Isn't that awesome? And I love it. I'm going to use it in like a scene of a, I'm going to make like a seashell scene on glass maybe and use this. Thought it was super cool. So that's my coral piece. And then this is not something I found, but my subscriber Debbie sent this to me. Isn't this gorgeous? So she's a mermaid or siren. And I thought she was just fantastic. She said she's had her for years and she's just never used her in anything. So she sent her to me and I'm going to make something out of her. I'm not sure what yet, but oh my goodness, she is fantastic. So thank you, Debbie. I just am, she is beautiful. I'll have to think about what to do with her. She's got to have something special. But wow, how beautiful she is. So I wanted to say a big thank you to Debbie. So that is it, guys. That's my seashell haul from Monday at Bethune Beach. And I stayed so long. I would not have left even, but I ran out of water. And so, yeah, but I love combing the beach for shells. And yeah, it's just the best thing ever. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will be doing some resin pieces out of these clams. We're going to make some resin scenes in here, so stay tuned for that. And then stay tuned for my West Coast beach adventure. That is coming up here. Hopefully next week we're going to get to go. So I'm so excited, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Hello everybody, it's Wendy, and I am at Bethune Beach, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. And it is about 6:45 in the morning, and the sun's getting ready to come up and it's high tide. So look how far the water is up the beach. This is where we pulled in, and it's right here. So as the tide goes out, I'm hoping it leaves a lot of treasures behind, and we're gonna walk the beach today and see what we can find. And then low tide, so the tide's going to go out and low tide will be here pretty soon. Actually, it's only, I don't know, I think it said it was like at noon or something like that. So yeah, we're gonna check it out. Low tide, high tide, I don't know, I'm still learning all this stuff, but look at the beauty. So I'm gonna walk on down the beach a minute and I'll be right back. Here comes the sun, guys. See it? Here it comes. Wow, so beautiful. And this man just stopped and told me he literally just saw a shark right here in the water, very close. He said like literally just a couple feet out. So here's the water. I'm not getting in it. Not if there's a shark right there. This beach, I have heard, is the worst beach for shark bites in the world. Or maybe it's the United States. I don't know, one or the other, but I'm not taking any chances. It would definitely ruin my day to get my leg bit off. So yeah, but there comes the sun. Look how beautiful. I'll be back. So this line of shells that we're walking past, see it here on the beach, this little line? I've heard this is called the rack line, and it's where, you know, the tide has come in all the way, and it's what it's left behind. And I'm just kind of walking past it right now because I want to get farther down here. I found that the least populated part's on down here and better shelling probably. But that's called the rack line, and I will come back. I'll go ahead and put my stuff down there and then kind of walk back up it and check it back out, because I did find a scallop already in there, and I want to see if I can find some more scallops today. There were a lot here the other day. So that's the rack line. There's the sun. It's gonna make its way out here pretty soon. There it is, the sunrise. Beautiful Bethune Beach, New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Look at that. Beautiful. All right, so I found my spot. There is no one on the beach on either side of me, pretty much, until way down there, which I did park down there, so it'll be a walk to get to my car, but that's okay. Yeah, I love being on the beach pretty much alone. It's nice. So these are what's behind me. Those little roped off areas are sea turtle nests, and we have a couple hotels, a few hotels. This house looks like it's being worked on, so this seems like a pretty good part. So I am going to start walking. The tide's going out again, and I'm gonna start walking this rack line and studying it like a chemistry test in college, because I want to see what I can find. So I've already found a couple cool things just walking down. I found a nice scallop, and I'll show it to you probably later when I do the video. I found a piece of a crab, like his whole half of his body. I don't know where it went. It's in my bag here somewhere. But anyway, I'm gonna start walking this rack line. There's the beautiful sunrise, and I'll see what I can find. And I'll definitely pull the video back up if I find anything interesting. Okay, so I have pretty much searched the entire rack line pretty well and found some cool stuff. So now you can see how far the tide has gone out. So it's definitely going out. I can't remember what time low tide is today, but I'm gonna hang around until low tide and just see what I can find. I found some cool stuff, and I'll do a video later. But right now I got my little station here. I'm gonna get a drink and reapply sunscreen, because I'm browner than I've ever been in my life. I used to just turn red then back white again, but I think the Florida sun is like, yes, we are going to tan you. So it's kind of fun, but I am putting on a lot of sunscreen, but I'm still getting tan even with it. So that's interesting. That's a new thing in my life. But anyway, there's the beautiful ocean. Of course, the sun is up fully now, and I don't even know what time it is, but I'm gonna get a drink and then change bags, empty this bag or change to a new bag, and head back out. Okay, so I have walked and walked and walked and walked and walked this beach, and I'm getting really tired. It's only like 10:30, and low tide isn't for another 3 hours, so I don't think I'm gonna wait till low tide. I may go out there and walk in the water just a little bit. See, the tide's way out now. When we got here this morning, it was like just a few feet in front of my blanket here, so where I'm at. So it's way out, but low tide's not until like 1. So like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna last that long. There's some pelicans out there. There's one sitting on the water. Some flying. And then I love to watch the little crabs. I don't really see any at the moment, but they're so cute. They come up out of these holes in the ground, and they go sideways, and they try to go down to the water, but a lot of times they don't get down there very far, and they come back. So let's walk for just a minute, and we'll see if we see some. They're super cute. And Chris thinks it's weird that I like crabs, but I'm scared of spiders. But I think the crabs are cute. They don't look like spiders to me. He thinks they do. But let's see if I see some. Can't really tell. I don't know. They're a lot of times they're up here, so they make these little holes. know if you're familiar. If you're not familiar with the beach, there's one. There's a hole. So see that hole? Whoops, I'm in front of it. I'm getting my finger in the camera again. I gotta quit doing that. There's a little crab hole. So he's probably either in it, probably, or down around here somewhere. You know, they go out to the beach. They try to walk out to the beach and eat little things that are in the water, but they usually don't get too far from their holes. There's a big one. I'd like to see him. I don't know where he's at. But sometimes if I lay really still on my beach blanket back there, they'll walk around, you know, and you can see them. They're super cute, little crabs. Let's just walk down to the water for a minute. This beach is so not crowded. Now, there's some people down there. That's where the parking is. But if you walk down away from the parking, I mean, you can see there's nobody here. I love this beach because of that. I hate crowded beaches. So this to me is awesome. And I found a bunch of stuff today. I found a lot of scallops. I love finding scallops. They are so beautiful. I found several. I found some kitten paws. I found a couple of Indian boats. This, I believe, is it's a pretty worn shark's eye right there. There it is. I don't know if I'll keep that one, maybe. I didn't bring my bag down here with me. I just walked down. So I like to get in the edge of the water. I don't get real adventurous and get out there very far because, like I said before, this beach has a reputation for shark bites. And I most definitely do not want to be the victim of a shark bite. That scares the crap out of me. So yeah, no, not getting out there very far. I see people that go way, way out. There's a pelican sitting out there. I don't know if you can see him. He's brave. I see people that go way, way out there, and I'm like, nope, not doing it. Not going out past where I can see what's down there. And a lot of times when I'm walking along, I'll see little fish swimming, you know, in the surf and stuff right here. So, yeah, I don't doubt that there are sharks. And that guy this morning said he saw one. So he said he saw, it was a black fin, I think he called it. Black fin shark. I don't really know the types of them that well. But anyway, so I'm just walking along. This is, you know, of course, I'm still on the Atlantic side. So I'm not going to find anything, you know, all that impressive really, like big, or the conch shells really, or anything like that over here. But to come over here for the day and just spend it walking around and just enjoy the sun and the surf, and you know, the beach is just, it does my soul good. I don't know why it is, but I've always loved the beach. It's just, it does my soul good. So here's a drop off. So if I was to step down here, oh, it's not a huge drop off, it's a small drop off, but it does go deeper. It goes way deep right there. So you kind of have to be careful. I'm naturally a bit clumsy, so I would be the one person to fall in there. So there goes a little fish. I don't know if you saw it. There it is. It's in the surf right there. He's just swimming around. So yeah, low tide. I don't know that I'm going to stay long enough for it today. I would really like to, but I got up at 5:09 this morning. There's another little fish. So I'm pretty worn out, actually, already. There's a, oh, is that a scallop? It's going off the edge, I think. It may wash back up. I hate when they do that. There it is. See if I can get it. Yeah, I did get it. Is it a scallop? I don't know if it's a worn scallop or if it's one of those, what they call, cohigs, or I don't know. Not sure about that one. But anyway, I'm learning the shells. My friend Beth sent me a seashell book, and I am so grateful. I have read the thing from front to back. Now here's a spot that it comes out pretty far. You know, so we could maybe find something in here. There's a big drop off right there. So you have to be really careful about that. Because you could just fall right in. I mean, I don't know how deep it is, but I don't really want to was an adventurous child, maybe my boys, they would be all about going in there, and they used to get out really far. We would go to Nag's Head every year, and they'd scare me to death. They'd be out there, and they weren't very old. I mean, well, they were, yeah, they weren't babies, but still, I'd be yelling for them to come back, making them put the boogie board around their wrist, you know, a whole bit. So, but anyway, I'm just gonna walk here a little while longer. What's this? Just a clam, pretty one. I'm just gonna walk here a little while longer. And so here's a spot with a bunch of little shells. These are good places right in this kind of a spot to find like shark's teeth and things. But since I found some when I was with Robbie. What's this? But since I've been away from her, oh, that's cool. It's not, you know, it's not the greatest, but it's pretty cool for here. Did you see it? I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this camera work. I've probably got my finger. Okay, so apparently I wasn't recording like I thought I was. So I found this. That's pretty cool. It's not like a full conch, but it's, you know, you don't find a whole lot here. So, I mean, not that kind of stuff. So that's pretty cool. So I'm just gonna walk for a while. Not real long probably, because I'm really getting tired. But I'm gonna walk for a little bit and then probably head home. But I will definitely be doing a video. People seem to be liking these videos of me on the beach. So who knew? But of course, you know, it's not going to change the jewelry stuff. I'm still going to be doing that too. But if you don't like the beach videos, just don't watch them. But anyway, I'm going to walk a little bit more, and then I will click back on later. See you in a bit. Okay, so here's something interesting. So it's a shark eye, and I picked it up. It was laying beside this piece of seaweed, and it's got a creature inside. Can you see it in there? A little snail or something, and he's not coming out. Yeah, he doesn't want to come out, so I'm going to go put him back in the water, because you can't take anything with a live creature in it, and I wouldn't want to do that anyway. But I'm going to put him in the back in the water so he can live. But there it is. It's cool. It's a perfect shark's eye. I was like, oh no, it's got a creature in it. Daggone it. Sad. All right, putting that one back. Okay, so I am home from the beach, and wow, I have got a ton of stuff here. So the stuff that's in that thing there, I actually got from Cocoa Beach the other day. We drove down there. It's by Cape Canaveral, and so I got that from there. So I'm going to go ahead and clean them and then put all these in with them. So I want to be really careful, because I did get a lot of fragile stuff today. But I usually just put them in this colander and spray it off with the hose. And I try to get all the sand out of everything, which is not easy sometimes to get all the sand out. What is that? Is that a... Oh, sorry. I'm like totally not even on the screen. That looked like a bug or something. I don't think it is, but... Yeah, so I just spray them off with the water hose. So these are the ones I found at Canaveral, or Cocoa Beach the other day. And then I'm going to put the ones in that I found today on. And look at this. I have a huge bag of shells today, which I stayed really long. I got there at like, it wasn't even 7 o'clock yet. It was like, I don't know what time it was. It was like 6, I don't even know if it was... What time did I leave here? I got up at 5. I left here before 6, so it was probably a little bit before 7, like maybe 6:30 or something when I got there. And I didn't leave until, and the reason I left is because I drank all of my water and was getting like so thirsty, so I went ahead and left. But I stayed until, I mean, I didn't get home here until like 1:30, almost 2. So I stayed for quite a while. So all of this stuff, I really did find a bunch of stuff today, and I found some good stuff. I'm going to say, I'm not going to show you the one awesome thing that I found till the end of the video, and I'm so excited about it. But there's all kinds of, look, there's a crab claw. I don't know why I picked it up, but I thought it was interesting. So I'm going to put all of these shells in here. and spray them all off with water and get all the sand off of them. And then I am going to separate everything out into categories so that, you know, the video has some normal, or I don't know, some organization to it. And then I'm going to go ahead and show you guys everything that I found. So I'll be back in a little bit.